Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. You look at Denver. They're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top three.
And when you look at the Lakers, they just kind of burst out of the gate here on some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brenda Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. But the rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as the new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to have fulfilled the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away. And I hit my stride and finished strong.
And now the Lakers starting group. Ron and Bradley are the guards. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Kuzma in at the three, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and his...
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. The Lakers on D. It's a 5-point game. Poked away and stolen by James. And the dunk by LeBron.
When LeBron's able to get into those passing lanes and come up with steals, he's looking to punish the defense at the other end.
Harris passes to Millsap. And they get it, and Davis sends it back. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Porter.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
First one falls for. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
And it's good for two.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
James kicks to Kuzma. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And stolen by LeBron. And here we go, fast break. LeBron's got it, and LeBron throws it down.
And it was ignited by the steal by LeBron. I mean, he's got his head up right away, and the ball is out of his hands quickly.
Looking at Denver, they got their last win against the Kings in Sacramento. It's tipped, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Avery Bradley.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
And it's Murray penetrating. Harris finds Millsap. That three off the mark. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for Davis.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
To the wing right side. Back to Murray. Releases. Can't hit that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. This is the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Yeah, two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to second in the West in 2019.
Martin's checked in for Harris. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers from Murray.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The Nuggets trail by 18. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
They get a hand on it to stop the run. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Denver passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And again, Denver no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Barton. Fast break. The Lakers for the finish. And finished off by LeBron.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. The Lakers, number 1.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Back to Barton, trying to end the drought. And James pulls it down. Shoots the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Here's Jokic. A rebound by the Lakers. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Count the basket. And that's 10 points for Anthony Davis.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play. Like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old, I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Grant down low with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
One shot.
Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Well, you've got to be attentive around Kuzma. You can't be casual. He's excellent at gambling appropriately and coming away with steals.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Going the other way.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in.
Gary Harris.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
A 3 from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And the pass to Jokic. Off the run. Rebound the Lakers.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
The shot's good from McGee.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And stolen by James. And the dunk by LeBron.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense. And, you know, despite the bittersweet ending for the Nuggets, what a great year that team had. Won their division and finished second in the West. Outstanding season that had them falling out in the second round. But nonetheless, kudos to the Nuggets.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray comes in for Monte Morris.
Mason Plumlee. Jamal Murray.
1:57 left to play here in the half. It's stolen by McGee. And it's the Lakers on the break. Goes up, and it's McGee with the jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
was against the Blazers.
And, you know, arguably, guys, I think the most exciting series of the postseason, a Game 7 and a 4 overtime game. I remember staying up. I couldn't believe that I continued to stay up for that game. It was just that good, even though the hour was late in the East. I think the Nuggets can keep their heads up high, and they're going to be a factor in the West going forward.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Kuzma, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Harris passes to Plumlee, and the call on the shot that sent. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Porter comes in for Torrey Craig. And Barton subbed in for Harris.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Plumlee. Plumlee hits them both. Los Angeles is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Count that one. 17 points for LeBron.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Bradley. Pushing it up with 2 seconds left, and LeBron with the layup. James has got 19 points.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 steals. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. allowing way too high a percentage to be shot against them, not really showing any energy on defense, no discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Ron and Bradley are the guards. Davis is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's McGee in at the center.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
The Nuggets shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one drops. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis, you got to respect his perimeter game.
Bradley against Murray. On the way, Harris. Ball's knocked loose. And finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Millsap, covered by LeBron. 6 to shoot to the left side wing. Here's Jokic, and it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Jokic has got 5 now.
Jokic embraces the pressure. He's terrific at keeping his composure and maintaining a cool head, even when the shot clock is up against him.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Murray against Bradley. For 3. That shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. McGee with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room revved up the gas pedal and haven't slowed down yet.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to getting the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
From 18 feet away, Murray, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but He can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
And Bradley gets it to go.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Here's Jokic. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Kuzma, that's good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Right through the D for the layup. Kuzma's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley.
Mason Plumlee. Will Barton. Monte Morris.
And Denver has possession. Morris with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And LeBron throws it down.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Grant. He's out there with Plumlee. Bill Barton is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
You know, once LeBron gets into rhythm, I mean, this shot is butter on a lobster tail, boy. I mean, you see how confident he looks taking it? Count.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And here we go. Lakers running again. And that one's good by Davis. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Out to Kuzma. From deep three-point range, the Lakers get it back in a new 14. Davis with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Pass to Morris. And the turnover again by Denver. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
You take a look at Jokic. He's received the 4th most votes in the West. If the All-Star game were today, he'd be starting.
And that's the way it should be. As dynamic as he's been this season, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't a part of that starting lineup.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Got a piece of it. Jacks up a 3, and that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 17 now, just in the second half.
That's something about all these turnovers, right? Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
And Greg, we're seeing that here tonight. I mean, so many of their mistakes and miscues have resulted in easy baskets the other way because their defense can't get set.
McGee with the block. They recover it. That one goes. Count it. And it's 6 points for Mason Plumlee.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. There's 1:47 left to play in the final quarter. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Howard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. No one back to stop this. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And Rondo is a rugged defender, outstanding at reading the opposition there and then coming up with the steal. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
Boy, I thought he did a little bit of everything out there tonight, Kevin. I mean, notching the triple-double in style. He was a difference maker.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Grant's checked in, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Morris with the bucket.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Rondo with the steal. Caldwell Pope for three. And another three for the Lakers.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And he's just gotten so much better at being able to pull up in traffic there off the dribble. Rondo can make the D pay if you fall asleep.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. LeBron, what was the defensive focus individually and as a team, and how do you think you guys executed?
It's a tough team to guard off the bounce. They're so athletic, they're so quick, but that's a good job by all of us defensively, and it's always good to get a win on the road.
Road wins do tend to be more precious. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.